first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up second.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Terrell Lewis. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Carr's pass.
And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as they'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 32-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Looking downfield for Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he'll go out of bounds. It looks like right at the 40.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, Carr. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to come...
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM that always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
On second down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
We're scoreless after one.
That's the end of the first quarter with no score.
Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession. Coming up on a 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll bring up fourth down. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
At the 40-yard line.
From the 40 now on second down, Carr. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. picked up by Ron Thornhill. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, I hear 8 because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
2nd and 12 at the 45-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
By the Raiders.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Reception here by Ruggs. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
And the Las Vegas first down.
From the gun, it's Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
Complete.
Henry Ruggs. Touchdown number 18 on the year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas.
Makes the score Raiders 7, Chiefs nothing.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taken about 7 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that could be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
3rd and 5.
Mahomes going to throw. He'll find Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's Tommy Townsend now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
A gain of 12.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a play fake. Carr. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now. And this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return on this one as that kick's out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
They'll take over.
That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so.
And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
At the 3.
That's good for 28 yards.
What now? 185.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Raiders.
Ezekiel Elliott, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10.
Just like that.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Kansas City Chiefs.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
7-yard line.
Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Chief linemen might have moved. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
For Tyreek Hill, incomplete. He was covered by Noah Igbenogany.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He'll try and run it. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0 as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
The kickoff for the Raiders.
It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And that will be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdowns scored in this game.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fielded at the 33. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Carr and the Raiders come up first and 10 at their 38. And right away, he'll look to throw. Finding Knox there, complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Henry Ruggs with his 19th touchdown, his second of the game. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
45-yard line.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
12 at the 42-yard line.
Now Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Mahomes to throw once more. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Dorian O'Daniel, third-round pick in 2018, made the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
43-yard line.
They go to Elliott again. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
4th down.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run it with Elliott. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
And a Raider first down.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now Carr. Got it open man. It's Ruggs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas first. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call a moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Carr. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Carr. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. You have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 21-yard line.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 2nd down at 5. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 14 on that one, and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. This one caught by Ridley. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you drop.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
2nd and 6.
Again, it's Elliott. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And this offense continues to pour it on. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Daniel Carlson.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taken in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious.
And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mahomes. And now here is another interception. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
At their own 49.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory.
On the carry.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Raiders on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the 1st half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And they'll go ahead and down this one right on the chalk of the 20-yard line.
Over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just... And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Noah Igbenogany. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47.
The tackle made.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Elliott. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll keep it on the ground. Elliott, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Here's Hill on the return. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
They're on 17-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue up.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 24. Utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And they will take a knee here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Carr down to a knee, and that ought to just about do it. Well, partner, the offense gets to take the knee, but the defense should take a bow on that sideline. What a game, shutting him out.
I like the way you put it there. You wordsmithed that one perfectly. Take a knee offense, you get to celebrate, you got the win, but defensively, wow, they'll be sailing as they go forward.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing,